Welcome to episode 12 of the Bolton Wanderers Road to Glory series here on FIFA 17. Look there at the table, 1 point back off Charlton, but we do have a game in hand. So this episode, it's going to be all league matches as we approach the midway point of the season. We'll start on the road again at Shrewsbury Town, then a Greater Manchester Derby versus Oldham Athletic away. And then we'll finally return home to face AFC Wimbledon. Now, we are approaching the transfer deadline day. I'm trying to make this more interactive with whoever's viewing me. So, if you have any suggestions as to who I could pursue, please leave them in the comments below. We'll have a look here at the finances. I don't have a lot of money to spend, about $2.2 million. You can see the wage budget is at $16,000. So I can't afford much, but at least want to bring in, if not somebody for this season, maybe somebody on a free. So go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and we'll see what we can do. But let's go ahead and get to the action. On the road at Shrewsbury Town, first meeting of the season, approaching the midway point of the season, and of course transfer deadline day. Shrewsbury sit 6th in the table, 12 points back of us. We are 1 point back of Charlton, but with this game in hand. A 4-4-2 for Shrewsbury as you take a look at their starting 11. Who should we be worried about? As we'll have a strong starting lineup today. Maydeen, Amiobi, Harrison, Clough back in the starting lineup, with Spearing, Vela, Moxie, Beavers, Derek, Buxton, and of course Howard. So Shrewsbury will take the opening kickoff here. Lancashire out to Whaley. Grimmer back to Tony, out to Whaley. Takes it along this near sideline, and he's going to send a cross in early. Derek's there to hit it as far as Deegan. He's going to drop it off for a go-go. He's going to fire a shot. Howard gets a hand to it. Buxton is there. Derek will head that away. Having a little trouble clearing it. Now Vela. He'll turn it upfield. Buxton out wide. He chooses to go to Clough. Forgot I called him Clough earlier. It's Clough. Harrison will play that on to Amiobi. Amiobi turns it back inside. Lays that off for Vela. Vela fires one from range, and it hits a support beam and into the backside of the netting. Trading opportunities here in the first 11 minutes of the game, but we still sit scoreless. 0-0. Whaley throws that right at Harrison. He'll turn it inside. Maydeen plays a nice ball through for Amiobi. Amiobi on the outside. He sends a cross in, and Clough is there. It's great having him back in the lineup. He gets his second of the season. Of course, he got one in the FA Cup last episode. Keeper did get a hand to it, but a powerful header, and it's into the back of the net. 1-0 Bolton. Throw into Brown. Harrison's going to get whistled for the foul there. Shrewsbury look like they're going to play it quick. They do. Deegan takes that down. Now turns it inside. Gets around Harrison. Gives it to Moa. Moa is going to send a cross in. Dangerous ball there. Howard did get a hand to it. Pops up in the air. Deegan's going to head it down. Derek tries to get it away. Moxie plays that through for Amiobi. 3 minutes added on here in the first half. Amiobi cuts it back. Can we get a second? Maydeen gives that back to Amiobi. Poked away by Lancashire. Falls to Vela. Gets it picked up by Harrison. Spearing. Plays that on to Maydeen. Has Amiobi out wide. He's going to cut it in. Gives it back to Maydeen, and he fires it in with his left foot. The halftime whistle blows. 1-0 Bolton. Brown. For Deegan. A go-go. Harrison tried the little challenge there. Doesn't come. Now he comes away with it. Plenty of space here on the near sideline. Starts to cut it in. Onto the edge of the box. Cuts it back. Drops it for Vela. He has a shot. Got nothing behind it. Grimmer's going to get that cleared away. As far as Moxie, he heads that down to Clough. Clough sends it out to Amiobi. Amiobi, can he get a cross in? Cuts it back. Sends that in to Spearing, and it's poked away, and Lutwire will send that out for a throw. Beavers wins the header to Amiobi. Clough. To Vela. Vela's going to send this through to Harrison. He'll run this down. Man on him. Can he get a cross in? Drops that for Buxton. Buxton back in for Vela. Vela to Spearing. Outside the box. He's going to send a shot. Lutweiler gets a hand to it. It's going to be a corner here. About a half hour remaining. Sarcevic sends that forward. Waring back to Moa. Drops it to Brown. Lucky not to get a foul there on Harrison. Brown will send this through for a go-go. A go-go turns it inside into the box. He's going to leave it for Tony, who has a shot. Howard comes up huge again. It's going to go out for a corner. Sarcevic sends that forward for Tony. He has Moa. Back into Waring. Waring. Big dribble down there to the touchline. Oh, don't know what the defender's doing. And the ball's bouncing around. And it's going to be a goal kick. Lucky to come away empty netted there.
Good play. But they've lost the ball now. The opposition can get at them.
10 minutes remaining as Clough. Maybe had Nadine there. Doesn't use him. Now it's going to send that forward for Souza. Souza cuts it back inside. On the edge of the area. Gives it to Clough. Clough sends it forward for Vela. Poked away by Riley. Vela sends it through for Amiobi. To Nadine. Nadine back to Amiobi. Looking for a cross here. Amiobi sends it in. Vela's there and he hits the inside of the post and Lutweiler's on top of it. Lancashire to a go-go. Sends the ball over the top. Buxton wins the header though. Souza. Spearing will send this over the top. Can we win it? No. Souza does though. He's going to send a nice ball through for Henry. He fires a shot. Lutweiler with another big save. That's going to go out for a corner as the regulation is winding down here. So a 1-0 victory. Lucky, I guess. You know, hit the post once. They had a couple good opportunities as well. As you see, shots about even. We did double the on target though. Amiobi gets man of the match with a 9.3 rating. Of course, he picks up the assist there on the Clough goal. More importantly, 3 points to stay right with Charlton at the top.
Hi there, I'm Martin Tyler with me.
So another Greater Manchester derby, second or third, I believe, of the season. We're going to be at Oldham Athletic, and Charlton moved back up into first. Of course, we do have this game at hand. Oldham come out in a 4-4-2 narrow diamond. As I do recognize Billy McKay up in one of the striker positions. And it'll be the same starting 11 for us, as we had a week between games. Corner here. Banks whip this in. Harrison has it. Plenty of space in front here for Harrison. He does have a bit of pace. Amiobi's running with him. Looks like Spearing in the middle. Amiobi now. Cuts that, leaves it for Spearing. Spearing will drop this for Maydeen, and his shot not very good with his left foot. It's going to be a goal kick. Sent across midfield. And it'll fall to the feet of Moxie. He'll jump the tackler there. Sends that forward for Amiobi. Cuts it back inside. Has Maydeen in front. Maydeen waits for the run. Amiobi's there. Is he strong enough to hold off the defender? He is, and he puts it into the back of the net. Amiobi gets his 4th of the season. 17 minutes in here. The strength of Amiobi, and he beats the keeper near post for a 1-0 Bolton lead. We are definitely going to miss him when he leaves this transfer window off his loan deal. Winchester avoids the tackle of Spearing there. He gets that to Fane. Oldham looking to create something here. Wilson back into Fane. Fane on the edge of the box. Can he get a cross in? That's well blocked. It falls to Banks. Banks is going to send it in. A save there, and it's off McKay. Derek at the near post, and he's just going to clear that away. Good opportunity there for Oldham, although they still have it here in our half. Plays that forward for Banks. Banks on the edge of the area. He fires a shot, and that's out for a goal kick. Spearing will play that back to Moxie. Gives that to Amiobi. Winchester with a nice interception there. Sends that forward for Banks. Banks comes back this way to Winchester. Has Fane in front of him. No, it's Ladapo. Ladapo now. He's going to send a cross in, and Banks is there at the near post. Half hour in, Oldham have equalized. Seems like an overpowered move for the computer this year. The crosses, he met Banks at the near post. Derek was turned the wrong way, and it's 1-1. Ladapo gives that to McKay. Banks now. Oh, gets around one nicely. He's going to send it through for McKay, and he fires it first time. A chance to double their, to double their goal total. And I guess it would double the advantage. Instead, it's going to be a goal kick. Vela to Clough. Maydeen. Out wide for Moxie. He has Amiobi in front of him. Chooses to go back into Maydeen. Maydeen will turn. He'll give it to Clough. Clough's going to slide one through. Can Harrison get on the end of it? He does, but he doesn't get much behind it, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. First opportunity of the second half. Nice ball through to Harrison, but he just couldn't find the far post. Buxton. Time to turn. Gives that to Vela. Fane takes that off of him. Gives it to McKay. McKay inside to Banks. Back to McKay. Nice little 1-2 there. And the cross comes in. And Banks once again at the near post. Heads it in. Just over a half hour remaining here. Oldham have taken a 2-1 lead. 2 Banks headers at the near post. And we find ourselves trailing. Hopefully we can find an equalizer. Clock with the free kick. Sends that in. Beavers is there to head that. Kept in by Retford. Gives it to Winchester. He's going to fire a shot. Howard comes up with a huge save to keep it at 1 goal. It's out for a corner here. 25 minutes remaining. Whipped in towards the near post. That's going to fall out for another corner off of Spearing. Buxton picked up a yellow. He'll guard that area. Oh, Irwin with the header, and they couldn't quite sneak it into the near post. Buxton Forward for Vela. Oh, poked away there. Banks is going to get hacked down. A little bit of frustration there. I thought I was fouled. Oh, and it's a red card for Josh Vela. He'll miss the next matchup. And we are down to 10 men, 22 minutes remaining. So Banks will take this free kick. He whips that in towards the far post. Beavers is going to head it down, falls the clock, and he hits a volley, and wow. 3-1 Oldham Athletic. It's a beatdown now. 20 minutes remaining, and this was a smash. Beavers heads it as far as clock. He tests it to his right foot, and that is a volley smash past Howard. Not much the keeper could do on that one. Well placed, and he struck it on the screws. Need to find at least one here. Retford sends that in. Oh, that's dangerous. Off the crossbar. Keeper couldn't touch it. Burgess out to Dumigan. He's just going to clear that to midfield. Irwin heads that straight to Pratley. Pratley's going to send it forward for Semazaden. Semazaden takes this down to the touchline. Cuts it back. He's going to give it to Spearing. Spearing puts it into the far post. We've drawn one back with just about a minute remaining in regulation. No time to celebrate, guys. Go pick up the ball and run back to midfield. Hasn't been the best game for us. Oldham have definitely been the better side. But we've at least put it within reach again. Hopefully we have enough time to get another one. So a 3-2 defeat in the Greater Manchester Derby versus Oldham. We'll take a look here at the match ratings. They had twice as many shots, 3 times as many on target. And you can see a little bit of frustrations there, a couple yellows and a red. So Vela will miss the next match. Of course, Amiobi and Spearing pick up goals, while Samazeda and Medine get assists. We'll head back to home to face AFC Wimbledon, of course, recently promoted. Interesting story they are. We now sit 4 points behind Charlton. Of course, we do have a game in hand, so we could get within 1 point there. We're going to have to run out a rotated squad this time. As you take a look at our starting 11, I'm going to try Trotter and Alashe back in the holding midfield spot. 4-4-2 for Wimbledon. Of course, I believe they had Akin Finwa. Of course, they let him go down to, I think, Wycombe. But have a look at their starting 11 there. From the opening kickoff, Thompson will play that to Alashe. Out wide for Souza. What can our future star do? Gives it to Trotter. Trotter forward to Taylor. He's going to give one to Proctor. Proctor has time to turn. He fires it. Nice save from Shea. And Thompson couldn't get anything on goal there. Shea will clear it up. Elliott heads that back to Reeves. Straight to Dervit. Forward for Trotter. Runs into Craig there. Trotter now slides the ball through for Thompson. Thompson sends it back through for Trotter. Oh, and he couldn't quite dig it out from underneath his feet. Couple chances here early, but unable to find the back of the net as it's just wide. Corner whipped in. Pull in. I'll head that back to Craig. Craig on the edge of the area. Gives it to Taylor. He has time to turn. Howard does well to push that one wide. I think he was going to sneak that in to the far bottom corner. But Howard's played well for us so far this season. Reeves tries to send that across. Weeder will cut it off. Sends that out wide for Souza. Nice move around the defender there. Now he'll turn it inside. Poked away by Craig. Cabrera plays that out to Polian. Taken away by Alashe. He keeps that in bounds. It's going to bounce around. Cabrera in the area. Proctor's got a little bit of strength. Proctor, can he send this up? He sends it back, and Thompson sends it sailing over the bar. He's done quite a bit of that recently. His finishing is just not there, kind of like in real life. Shea will send this to midfield. Elliott wins the header. Back to Reeves. Oh, he's going to give that straight to Proctor. Proctor has Thompson on a run. Thompson, can he find anybody here? He's going to send it back to Proctor. He tries a shot, and it hits off the inside of the post. Cabrera will send that to midfield. Dervit, though, wins it. Souza gives that back to Thompson. Thompson sends it forward to Proctor. Proctor on the edge of the area sends that in. Trotter with the turn, and he hits the post, and it bounces off. Polian will get it out. Unfortunate. Couple opportunities there, but we've hit the post twice. Dervit to Alashe. Oh, nice tackle there by Alashe. Taylor's going to fire it, and that sails just wide. Howard was fully stretched on that. Luckily, it wasn't on target. Ooh, just curves away from goal. Proctor. A little bit of hold-up play here. 20 minutes remaining. Henry will send that out for Wilson. Wilson, will Souza make a run? No. Wilson will cut it inside on his own. A run here. He's going to give that through, and that's a shot. It falls to Henry. One of the ugliest shots I think I've ever seen, but it goes straight to James Henry. And he picks up his 4th of the season. That was a terrible shot, but Henry hits the far post, puts it in the back of the net, and that gives us a 1-0 lead under 20 minutes remaining. Alashe to Samazeda. 10 minutes left. Play on, says the ref. Wilson will send that forward for Alashe. Alashe slides it through for Henry, and he's done it again. His 5th of the season. He finds the far post off that left foot. Nice ball through from Alashe. He's another one that we're going to miss because he will be returning to his club in January. Some goals that we're going to have to replace. So it's a 2-0 victory over Wimbledon. And 6 points out of a possible 9 this episode as we try to keep pace. Of course, that critical that we win the title this season. You see, we doubled their shots in both categories. Henry gets man of the match as he comes on late with a 9.1 rating. He picks up 2 goals, an assist for Alashe and Proctor. But that will be all for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, give me your transfer deadline day suggestions. I'll see you next time.